Hi, everybody, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Julie Moran.
And I'm Olga Villaverde. All right, so who doesn't love a royal romance?
Love.
Okay, especially if it has a strong yet mysterious leading lady.
We are adventuring back to 1920s Paris and Moscow and Anastasia, and I love Broadway Balances America.
I do too. I also love Ralph.
We love him.
He is on the road, and we are not lying. He's having a safari of a time.
Also, veggie tacos are on that menu, too.
Ooh, love this.
Yes.
All that and much more right here on The Balancing Act, which starts
right now.
Broadway Balances America, brought to you by Broadway Across America, bringing the best of Broadway to a city near you.
It's time now for Broadway Balances America, our series that takes you behind the scenes of some of the most beloved Broadway musicals as they appear across the country in your local theaters.
Today, Anastasia, a sweeping story that follows Anya, a brave young woman who sets out to find the story of her past. Along the way, she meets a series of colorful characters as she learns who she really is and who she could be.
Amber Milt takes us back in time to see how a street urchin makes a royal transformation.
Thanks, ladies. Inspired by those beloved films, Anastasia will transport you from the twilight of the Russian Empire to the glamour of Paris in the 1920s as one brave young woman sets out to learn about her past. It is a spectacular new musical about discovering who you are and defining who you're meant to be.
This sweeping new Broadway production has audiences believing in the power of home, love, and family, something that Broadway's Anya, Christy Altamar, is excited to share with Lila Coogan as she prepares to play Anya on tour.
As you wear this crown, which I've gotten to wear for the last year, never forget that this story means so much to so many people. I know that you're just going to be the light for them and the love for them and the excitement for them as they walk into the theater night after night and get to sit down and experience this show.
With stunning backdrops, dazzling costumes, and a soaring score, Anastasia brings to life the story of Anya, who may or may not be Russian royalty Anastasia.
Anya's not your typical princess, so tell us a little bit about her story.
Yeah, so she's rebellious. She comes from a place where women aren't supposed to be speaking up and they're kind of just supposed to follow along, and she does not do that. She's headstrong and she tells it like it is and says what she wants. It's an adventure about a young girl trying to find her place in the world and ultimately who she is.
Is this relatable to you, especially at this age?
It's super relatable, I think, to any young adult or young woman like trying to find their place. Especially to me, this is, you know, a big change in my life, so it's going to be cool finding my footing and figuring out like where I fit in.
The exquisitely designed costumes help transport audiences from the streets of St. Petersburg to Paris in the 1920s.
So the costumes in this are just jaw-dropping, and not only do they span different time periods, but also different continents. So how did you use the costumes to help tell that story?
So this is an amazing opportunity for a costume designer to flex their muscles. There's such a huge range of things. The tricks that we employ as costume designers are color palette, silhouette, cheating within the silhouette to make it appealing to the modern eye. An example of employing color palette is I use famous paintings. In the Paris ballet scene, I use Gustave Klimt's paintings. So now you have the sea of gold and brown, and from that you have Anastasia arriving, making a jaw-dropping appearance in her blue dress, so she will completely stand out in color and in silhouette within the world. The transformation for Anastasia, we go from a more covered, wintry silhouette that is a little more dowdy and homely into something very rich and very confident, and I think the pinnacle for me of that is when she arrives in Paris in her suit.
So when people come to see this show, your artwork, what do you want them to come away feeling?
I want them to feel empowered. I want them to come away with feeling like they can do anything, just like this powerful woman in the story.
The costumes are complemented by the beautiful background.
With the LED screens, which we embedded not only on the back wall, but in the side turntables, it really gives a vast variety of looks. This show couldn't have happened 2 years ago. The technology's finally caught up to where we can really manipulate it and integrate it.
While the animated movie had memorable melodies, composers Stephen Flaherty and Lynn Ahrens expanded the score with several new songs just for the stage.
In the musical score, in creating it and readapting it for the stage, there are certain characters, certain plot lines that we couldn't use in this particular version. It was just part of my fun that I wanted to take small sections of characters and songs that we had lost and repurpose them and weave them into the score proper.
It's about, finding your home, falling in love, and discovering who your family is.
Making sure it all fits, we went behind the scenes to see how the pieces are put together as Lila received final adjustments at Eric Winterling's costume studio.
Some cheats are this belt that accentuate her tiny little waist, but meant to look like a big man's belt that she found somewhere.
As for that iconic blue gown,
we are making her dress suit her as best we can.
And I was just remarking that Eric's work looks incredible up close and on stage, and I think that's one of the great things about Eric's work is that they're clothes. They're not just costumes.
I'm excited about all the costumes. It's really hard to pick one that I don't love, absolutely. Costumes are one of my favorite things, and they really help me get into the character.
I wanted fabric that moved, so there's an extra floaty layer here, and the crystal beads are something that was our invention here for Broadway.
I feel like a princess, which is amazing.
And what romance is complete without an equal match for this princess? Zach Adkins, Broadway's Dimitri, sat down with Lila to offer advice and discuss Anya's journey.
These parts that we play, Dimitri and Anya, are some of the hardest singing parts on Broadway right now, or on tour right now. They literally take up all of your energy every single night. She'll be traveling via plane or via bus to a new city, and it really takes away that much-needed relaxation time.
I think Dimitri teaches Anya to be a little bit more patient, because I think she just wants to go, 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 and sometimes it is important to evaluate.
Yeah. I think it's really interesting, like from the moment Dimitri and Anya meet on stage, they push each other's buttons in a way they probably have never experienced before. They're very quick to fight with each other, and that's very much the romantic part of the relationship too, is the fighting.
Yeah.
And so you get to see that. And they have these weird connections, but it all comes from a place of, I don't really like you, but I like you a lot.
Yeah.
And that's always like kind of the playfulness that goes on stage.
Fans of the show, known as Fanastasias, truly love the musical.
The show seems to strike a chord with a lot of young people who are on a journey to figure out who they are. Not necessarily specifically Anya's journey, but a journey into womanhood or manhood or adulthood as themselves, and they come and see our show and they're like, okay, I recognize these people who are just trying to figure out their own journey to find who they are. When we meet people, they're like, oh, this is just beyond what I could expect from a Broadway musical.
Now audiences across the country and soon around the world will be entering the theater and journeying to the past.
I want them to feel determined, and I think I want them to feel like they can do anything that they put their mind to.
Yeah, I think I would want the audience to take away that everybody's on their own journey, and there's no right way to take that journey, and it's going to pull you in 1,000 different directions, but, being true to yourself and remembering what made you who you are to start with is what's going to get you to the end of that journey.
The North American tour of Anastasia is coming soon to a theater near you. Check out Broadway Across America, Broadway Balances America, or you can always go to our website, thebalancingact.com, for all the show information, tour dates, and more. For behind-the-scenes access to Anastasia, Andrew Lloyd Webber's School of Rock, Come From Away, Miss Saigon, Cats, go backstage with Broadway Balances America. Get an inside look at your favorite shows before they come to a city near you.
Lion Country Safari, next stop. This is amazing. I'm pulling up to the largest cageless zoo in all of Florida. There's over 1,000 animals that call this place home and get to chill out walking all around. I'm gonna pick up my friend Jennifer Berthiaume, and she's gonna tell me the what's what, and we and her are gonna get wild in the kitchen. Hey lady, come on in, join the team.
Thank you.
I love it.
Welcome to Lion Country Safari.
Well, this is awesome. Look at you.
So good to see you.
Oh, come on, welcome aboard. Come on. Oh, this is great. I'm going to trust my life with you. I got to give you a kiss.
Oh, we're going to make sure you're safe today. Everything's going to be great. You're going to have a beautiful tour today.
All right, now just to give you a little advanced and forewarning, I am scared of lions, just so we know going into it.
Okay, I'm going to keep you safe. Safety is my top priority. So you're good.
I am so excited to find out everything about Lion Country Safari. You know, one of the things that I do know is that it's the largest cage-free zoo here in Florida, and you have 1,000 animals that run around?
That's right. So we opened here 52 years ago, right here in Palm Beach County. We are the best tourist attraction here in the county. We've welcomed, in the 52 years,
That's right.
We've welcomed about 26 million guests.
Wow.
And what
It's
makes
like
our
500,000
park,
people a year.
what makes our park so unique is that you're in the cage or your car, and our animals are going to roam free around us. You're going to see some natural behaviors, just like you would see in the wild, and you're going to see large herd sizes.
All right, now look at this rhino. Tell me, Jennifer, what does that rhino eat?
Well, they actually eat about 100 pounds a day.
Whoa.
They're grazers, so they'll eat all day long out here in the field.
Look at that. Look at the wrinkles on that guy. But is the skin soft, or is it like armor?
No, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard, but they love scratch therapy. Our keepers work with them throughout the day. So you see here we have our zebras.
I mean, look at all these zebras. This is crazy. What's up, zebra?
So we are approaching our giraffe herd or tower here at Lion Country Safari.
Super elegant. She's feeding them bananas right now.
Yeah, she's leaving bananas for them. This is Kimberly.
We're gonna make some tacos in the back today, and
I can't
they'll be
wait.
hot, but we'll have a couple of drinks to cool it off.
Okay, that sounds perfect.
Absolutely amazing, this tour you're giving me around Lion Country Safari. I dig it so much. I want to show you a little bit around my airstream. How about that?
Oh, that sounds fantastic, Ralph.
Come on,
Thank you
dig
so
in.
much.
Let's step to the right, please. I'm going to have you sit down right there.
Okay.
Elvis would say this is the jungle room for sure, right?
It is. It's a ton of fun.
All right, so today, thanks to my friends at Ortega, I am going to make you some roaring cauliflower tacos, right? Over here, I'm starting it off. I've got some steamed cauliflower ready to go. I've got tempura batter, and then I've got the Ortega taco seasoning mix. I'm going to rain this taco seasoning mix all up inside my tempura batter. The cauliflower only takes that quick to cook, right? And then I'm going to pop them right into my bowl, and I'm going to dress them up. We're going to make some tacos. You want to come over here and give me a hand?
Looks so good. I
Come
sure
on.
do. Thank you.
Slide in next to me. I'm going to show you the way. This is my most favorite thing to do is make tacos. You know, tacos are not just for Tuesday anymore, as we like to say. Back to school anytime, and our friends at Ortega got it covered. Now check this out. This is one of my favorites. You're gonna help me along the whole way. I've got the crisp fried cauliflower. I'm gonna toss them inside. Now, Ortega taco sauce, check it out, the original. Finishing up with some sweet chili garlic sauce. All right, now look at this. I've got 2 plates set up because I'm ready to go.
Yes.
Our friends at the Green Giant, the other big king of the jungle, right? That big giant guy. He's got cauliflower rice. I've done a fiesta style. So I've got cilantro, green onion, and tomatoes all mixed together. Some of the great refried beans, some cheese on top. And then this, the Chipotle Flavor Craver, like a little dipping sauce. All right, now let's fill these up.
Okay.
All right, and we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna show you the way, and then I'm gonna have you do the rest, okay?
Sure.
All right, so we got that taco sauce in there, the Ortega #1 taco sauce in America. I hazard to guess this Lion Country Safari, the #1 cageless safari in America.
Yes.
A lot of sympathy.
Best tourist attraction right here in Palm Beach County.
Really?
Yes.
I put a little carrot on top, right, for the crunch. A little bit of toasted nuts on top, and that's hazelnuts and almonds and peanuts all mixed together. And then a little bit of fresh cilantro. Right over here. All right, now this is the time I'm gonna put a little lime on here for me and you. The refried beans really set it off too, and that cauliflower rice is something else. I say we slide in. You shut up this roar of my hunger with some of these tacos. What do you say?
I think it sounds like a great plan.
You sit, I'll grab.
Thank you.
Look at this.
Oh, it looks so delicious.
Oh, this is some kind of taco party we got going on here. Back to school, back to the jungle, back to all the times. I'm gonna go right at it. Come on, dig in.
Sounds good.
This is amazing.
And it's so easy, too.
The tour that you gave me today and the animals and the up close and personal, your whole team, you are quite the lioness in charge of everything. I'm a big fan, and I'm also a big fan of this rice.
I had a wild time with you today, Chef. Thank you so much for coming out, and you're quite the fashionista today.
Well, I like to be nothing if not thematic, right?
Yes,
so this is awesome. I love everything about it. You're great, your team is great, and the way that you patrol these jungles are pretty cool.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
Hey, listen, you want to follow us? Follow Ralph on the Road and Lifetime TV. I'm going to stick it here in the jungle, get down with these Ortega tacos, and hang out with my new friend Jen, and go see what other life-threatening experience this place has to offer me. Cheers, baby.
Cheers.
All right, get that.
An estimated 45% of all Americans are living with chronic health conditions which affect them every single day. And with that comes managing multiple doctor appointments, medical bills, and medications. Relief, at least when it comes to your prescriptions, is on the way. Maya Loveland of Simple Fill Prescription Assistance is here to help us out. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you being here because let me tell you, this is a problem. And listen to this statistic. This is just what makes it more frustrating. 91% of all prescriptions that are filled are for chronic conditions. Now, that's a high percentage. What issues arise for these patients where they get so frustrated?
Well, we hear mostly about the cost.
Of course.
Yeah. Another statistic is prescription drugs account for more than 20% of all healthcare costs these days.
My goodness.
Yeah. So, we're speaking to patients all day long who have been prescribed multiple life-saving medications, which can be incredibly overwhelming when it comes to managing their refills and their copays. And of course, that being said, if they don't have adequate financial resources, it's impossible. It's impossible.
What can be done to ease their burden?
Well, it's really important for people to know there are programs that are available for them.
But you hear a program and you go, oh my gosh, this is complicated.
Absolutely.
Right?
So yes, and that is the biggest thing, is it's very difficult to navigate through. But that's why we're here. So we try to streamline the process and remove as much of the burden as possible for both the patient and the caretaker. We do every step. So we work directly with the patient, their prescriber, get the paperwork that we need from them to get them into the programs. And then we work directly with the pharmaceutical companies, the foundations, discount pharmacies that offer great pricing for patients. And then we don't stop there. We actually have developed a proprietary system that allows our fulfillment team to keep on top of all these refills that we have for the patients.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we take care of all of that. And then we also need to keep all of their enrollment into these programs current. So that's another thing that we're on top of. And then we also, there's changes that are constantly happening to the prescription assistance programs. So we make sure to keep our patients up to date on all those changes.
So let's say someone's interested, they go to Simple Fill. How does it work?
Well, the first step is to get an application going. You can do this on our website or just give us a call. And one of our team members will go over your list of medications, learn about your situation with your income and your level of insurance. And then they'll look into all of our resources that we work with. And then once they can see that we will be able to provide savings to you based on what your current situation is, we then enroll you into the program. Each patient that comes to us is unique, so every enrollment process is a little different. But the one constant for all of the people that come into our program and become members is that we're guaranteeing a savings compared to what their current situation is.
Your company's been around for a decade, right? Tell me what you're most proud of when it comes to the company.
Oh, that's so easy. Definitely our customer service. It's very important that people know that we're accessible and available. They can give us a call. So many of our members have been with us for years, and I think that's the highest compliment you can get.
For our viewers who'd like more information on Simple Fill, where do they go, Maya?
Go to our website, which is simplefill.com, or just give us a call.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for what you do. Appreciate your time. And to become a member of Simple Fill, just head to the website, like she said, simplefill.com, or you can always just go to our website, thebalancingact.com. Check it out. So have you been to Lion Country Safari?
I've never been.
It's so much fun, and you see how close you get to the animals?
Oh my gosh, you're in the car going through.
Just don't get out of the car.
I won't, I promise. I also love Ralph and his tacos.
Oh, he's fantastic.
We can't forget that.
Hey, everything about him is great.
Remember to head to our Facebook page and our website and follow us on Twitter.
Don't forget our Instagram @JulieandOlga.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.